Somewhere down there is my new SSD drive. I had to repair the editing system last week. This is what I've moved to. I actually use two editing systems. I use that and a Mac laptop. One of those great things you can do with Adobe Cloud software. But here's the end of MUSHA and a bit of a classic game room update today. This is the MUSHA timeline, the feature review of MUSHA timeline as it exists. I need to relink some media over here from the best of Classic Game Room, which I just haven't put on the drive again yet. But here is all of the other data, which of course I had backed up in multiple locations. This is the main commentary track spanning the length of the primary gameplay, which was recorded here, and I'm going to be inserting other chunks in between each level, talking about various things, or talking about the music. There's some live action back and forth between one of the clone marks and Edit Station 1, and then there'll be a controller review segment at the end. So as you can see in the end, and ultimately this should be about 90 minutes. The feature review of MUSHA with a lot of detail. So you want to get that thing off to the left without being shot, and then shoot him in the face behind that. So, show you how to beat the game a couple times on screen, and also using SCART with direct capture. And this has actually been a couple weeks of work to get this far. So the feature review of MUSHA is coming along nicely. And next week I'm going to start working with the new camera and filming the Edit Station 1 inserts, and I'll show you. There's the new camera, which I'm going to be using for some studio shots today, filming some CGR feature review insert shots and some of the Edit Station 1 stuff. Decided to upgrade cameras since the next CGR feature review will be shot entirely in 4K and delivered in 4K as well. The MUSHA one is being shot in half 4K, half 1080p, and it'll be delivered in 1080p, but the next one's going to be pretty serious. That's a pretty serious camera, so still figuring out how to use this thing. I like that it has dual memory card slots. That's a huge plus. Here he is, ready to return to his role as an evil computer. It's Edit Station 1 with the broken brake key. These things used to work. This used to work. In fact, it still turns on, but only under special circumstances do I actually power up Edit Station 1. Because he's evil. He's not a very nice computer, as you'll see in the feature review. But I'm going to be doing some filming work with the new equipment next week for his insert shots. I'm going to need him rolling around the Intergalactic Space Arcade. Most of the MUSHA feature review should be filmed by the end of the year, but I've also been working on my shelves, and what I'm going to do right now is shoot the first couple intro sequences for CGR Supreme Volume 2. And I'll leave the camera on for some behind the scenes shots. I'm going to set my focus first, and the way that I do this is by focusing on the astronaut helmet. I have the floor marked. So I'm going to focus on the astronaut helmet on a light stand, which should give me sharp focus, and then I test it. This will be better with an external monitor, obviously, but here we've got the astronaut helmet over there. I'm going to lock focus and then fix the lighting, do a test shot, get the external audio recorder in here. There's the microphone. As you can see, I use a separate boom mic for the audio, and this is going to be the intro sequences for CGR Supreme Volume 2, and the CGR Supreme series is on Kickstarter right now, doing very well, which is good because there's a bunch of stretch goals being unlocked, including the next one, hopefully, Edit Station 1 Video Diary. Here's a test shot. Classic Game Room, CGR Supreme. By the way, Chris from Glasgow just sent me a Christmas-themed Vectrex game, so perhaps there will be a special Christmas Classic Game Room review. We'll see. There will be a special Christmas Classic Game Room review. We'll see. Alright, that's overexposed, so I'm going to tweak that a little bit. See if we can't get a clear shot of the game. There we go. Christmas Vectrex. This game is really special because it combines two of my favorite things, beer drinking and video games on the Atari 2600. It's Tapper, which I reviewed way back on February 20th, 2008. Pour a beer and enjoy the review of Tapper, one of the original crop of classic game room reviews on YouTube. One of the first ones. Monotone Mark really delivers. Please enjoy Tapper on the Atari. There's the timeline, which I just pulled off of a backup drive. And over here is the timeline for Volume 2 in my notes. And I'm going to double check the order on the edit. But I'm going to start off with Barney's hide and seek game, NIER, Tapper, and Game Boy Printer. Before I do that, though, I'm going to shoot the intros for the reviews of Star Wars, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, and Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. So, sit back and enjoy. I'm going to do a different take, but that's how it works. Off. Welcome to CGR Supreme Volume 2, another 3 hours of classic game room, and I'm kicking this off with one of my favorite reviews, Barney's hide and seek game. Somewhere in here is NIER for the 360. I'd like to hold that up while shooting the intro if I could find it. Or is a friend borrowing that game? You know, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Anyway, I'm also shooting the Game Boy Printer intro, so I'll do that right now. And Tapper for the Atari, which is definitely over here on the shelf. Have no fear. NIER is here. Found it. It was on the shelf. Here's that Christmas Vectrex game, by the way. Thanks, Chris. I don't know what this is, but it's on the Vectrex, so it can't be bad. Second, 2010, enjoy the review of NIER. Far. NIER. Far. NIER! NIER! Far. NIER! Far. It's a bad joke I couldn't resist. This is one of the coolest Xbox. This is a badass game. Have you played this? It's good. In fact, nobody's even played this game before. I'm the only one. It's Truxton 3. For the Atari 5200.